Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Sorry about that. I forgot to hit the button. Uh, Good morning. Good morning. I was just saying that I'm in my control room on my YouTube studio here, and someone pointed out to me that my ad placement was on high for the live streams, so I have reduced those down, and I've reduced them down, so now there should not be as many ads while I do the live streams. But I have to manually do it every single time. What I have to figure out is how to take that automatic setting and bring it down. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. Doing that. Let's welcome everyone. Let's see who's in here. We've got Nancy, who was first. Good morning. We've got Jessica Oakey fried. Nancy. We got Vet Firefighter. We got Joan Walton. Diane Kissinger. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. No, I can't see. There we go. You guys can hear me now, right? Yeah, now you should hear me fine. Let's see who else we got. Oh, the Huffs are here. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you guys. Yeah. I forgot to unhit the the mute button. Because if not, then you guys can hear the clickety clackety of me setting things up while the music's playing. I don't think you guys want to hear that. I got some breakfast this morning, got a bagel. A beagle named Bagel. Now, if you're like me and you were a fan of Opie and Anthony, you get that reference. There used to be a homeless guy that was named Tippy Tom who would come on their show. And now this was back in probably 2006, 2007. He came on the show and he used to tell stories. And he used to have gay sex with a lot of dudes before he became homeless. And they called him Golden Buns. But one of the famous people that he was known, or that he said that claimed he had sex with, was Barry Manilow. And this was before Barry Manilow came out. So there were a lot of rumors, but no one had any verification. He was deeply in the closet. Well, Tippy Tom started giving insider information that people were later able to verify. And one of them was that he owned a beagle named Bagel. And there are pictures of Barry Manilow out there with his bagel, or with his beagle, and its name was Bagel. Lynette's latest filing is laughable. 2-in-1 in Granger case, helped by Lips Legal and Husband Services. Is it the one that she was talking about the other day that she said she was going to file? Is it that one? Because I read through that one, and she was going to file that in both cases. Like, these are different cases. There are times where, yeah, you can file the same thing in both cases, but not always. So there's my bagel with my cheem creams. There's a good guy I watch. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. It's called Anthony's his name, but nobody cares Anthony, and he does a lot of funny content. And one is all these places that misspell stuff, and cream cheese is consistently misspelled as cheem creams. I have no idea why. Jeanette is here this morning, and is Miss PJ and Fire Dad and Tammy. Good morning, you all. I hope you're having a good one. I'm just eating my bagel. Beagle named Bagel. Too funny. Makes me laugh. That is a thing. That is a thing. Oh, we got people watching on Facebook. Welcome, welcome. If you've never watched the show before, Coffee with the Skipper is very, very nonchalant. Just me talking about the news of the day. That's about all it is. And let's see. Let me go into the news. I did watch Kash Patel in front of the Senate. Just scratch out the names and handwrite in new ones, right? That just shows you, like, that's how an idiot files motions in court. Like, that is, like, if you don't want the judge to take you seriously, show him that you put 0 time, 0 thought, and 0 effort into your motions. Hey, bestie. Bestie knows she can always come in. And she has the admin account. Hey, Jem. Welcome, welcome. You can see Glory in the back. She was growling at me this morning. Or not at me, but at something outside. Probably a coyote. We get coyotes out here, and I've been seeing at the end of my road coyote tracks. Oh, what was it? Yeah. I do like that feature of it where I can tell it to, like, keep an eye on my face. I do like that. Let's see. Tampon Timmy is running again. I hope he isn't reelected. Well, we'll see. He's got a lot of hate this time around. Kansas City public address announcer abruptly quits after 16 years, says team crossed red line. I'll have to pull that one up. That sounds interesting, Matt. And welcome this morning. Georgie just woke up. She had a little mini tragedy, lost one of her birds yesterday. Pets are just they are just what's it? Little tragedies. That's what pets are. Oh, come on. Okay. 2 Royal Caribbean passengers injured in altercation on board, taken to hospital. I did see a video of 2 passengers arguing, and the one was clearly drunk. Clearly drunk. There we go. Please stop tearing up my bed. Royal Caribbean International cruise guests were injured during an onboard altercation, according to the company. Emergency responders took place on Wonder of the Sea ship on September 15th. Our team provided medical care to an adult guest. Let me get rid of that ad. Who were involved in an altercation on board. The guests are being treated. The company did not share additional specifics about the altercation. Responded to reports of medical at Port Miami. Bahamas cruise from Miami. Okay. Carnival cruise were banned for life. Into a fight on Carnival Sunrise. Okay, so they're really not saying anything. That's kind of dumb. Here, let's go into sports. Maybe they have something about that Chiefs announcer. Why are they talking about Michigan's quarterback? They played nobody. There we go. Okay. Let's look up. Okay, here's a YouTube story. Or a Yahoo story, sorry. Longtime NFL announcer reveals why he abruptly quit right before the season. Dale Carter abruptly quit after 16 years of calling games. Today, I feel an enormous weight has been lifted from me. I've informed Kansas City Chiefs I'm resigning effective immediately as Stadium PA voice of the Chiefs. An incredible 16-year run. Okay. The audio propagandist for the team I love. Okay. But it didn't take long for people to start questioning why Carter would up and leave so close to a brand new season. Mentioned in his message, teams have reportedly asked him to make some kind of change to the way he calls it, but he didn't go into specifics. Such a weird situation. What could they have possibly asked him to do after he felt the need to draw a line in the sand? Okay. Why did they ask? What did they ask him to do that crosses the line? Does he feel the org is headed in a poor place? Okay. He finally revealed the truth and called it a red line. The team crossed for asking, demanding he change the way he does it. It's going to be my last word on the Chiefs thing. As I said on my show this morning, a red line for me related to my third down call. For over a decade, the third down call I started doing as an announcer for the league about warning me about cheerleading became a signature of my game day. Many of you referred to me as the third down guy. Last season, we had in the playoffs, the people I work for told me they were hearing from a high level that someone heard another PA guy at another stadium really amp it up on third down. And they really wanted me to experiment with different calls. Some of you caught on to that and mentioned that you noticed. I didn't agree with the way they wanted me to do it, but I'll always be a team player and try to do whatever they wanted me to try until this week. So there you have it. So, okay. So he said, but he didn't really say. Interesting. Indiana judge permanently banned for life. I did. Okay, Steve Lato was talking about that. I did check out that story. It's pretty interesting. I'm trying not to eat right into the microphone for you guys. Um, it has a lot of parallels with the Jeremy Hills with Judge Grudge. But yeah, the judge was making disparaging comments about people. He was taking cases involving former clients. It's a big, big no-no. It's like, okay, yeah, you do that, you're gonna get disbarred and removed as a judge. Yeah, Steve is great. Absolutely. Hey, Winnie. Good morning. Well, good evening for you. I haven't seen you live. I do want to come in there and drop you a super chat. Um, Arrest made after 6 children found locked in Milwaukee storage unit. Might do that story. What Americans can expect if the Supreme Court rules against Trump tariffs. Here's what you can expect. I really doubt they'll strike it down. I really doubt they will. Um, uh, consumers could expect some potential price decreases in the long run, but should expect more uncertainty. Nation's highest court agreed. The nation's highest court to hear Trump's appealed lower court's rulings. He overreached when he invoked a 1977 law to impose tariffs on imports. The court could side against him, but not all of the tariffs imposed during his sector could be affected. Uh, Trump said it'll be an economic disaster. I don't see the case concerns tariffs Trump enacted on the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. So there is a law. He invoked a law. The law lets the president take economic actions, including regulating or prohibiting imports and exports, to deal with any unusual and extraordinary foreign threat to the U.S. national security, foreign policy, or the economy, as long as the president declares a national emergency. Why would the Supreme Court disagree with him? Trump gets to declare a national emergency, which he did do. Congress gave up that ability. Like, if Congress doesn't like this, they can pass a law to repeal this law. So judges don't get to legislate from the bench. If they don't like that this law exists, they need to kick it back to Congress. I think this is wishful thinking on USA Today's part. Yeah, Trump is taking this to the Supreme Court. He's asking for an expedited ruling. The problem is, a lot of these analysts are looking to the lower courts for how the Supreme Court's going to rule. That's not how it works. These lower courts, well, they may weigh in, but their decision and opinions hold, like, the Supreme Court will look at their decision, but they're not bound by it. Supreme Court is the highest court. Actor accused of shooting woman in New Jersey roid rage incident. An actor was arrested after being accused of shooting a woman in what New Jersey authorities described as a road rage dispute. Ernest Wesley Hines, 46, has been charged with attempted homicide, aggravated assault with a firearm, possession of a weapon with unlawful purposes. And this is in New Jersey. Yeah, they've got a lot of gun laws. Happened near Stockton University. Upon arriving at the scene, officers discovered the victim with a facial gunshot wound. Oh, so he did shoot. Okay. Attacker allegedly said he would kill the victim before discharging the gun at a stoplight. TV stations reported, adding the shot came after he cut her off as she was trying to switch lanes. This is not him. That is Jeffrey Dahmer. The man whom Arias Galva said was driving a Honda SUV, fled the area, police said. She was transported to a local hospital. Did they charge him with fleeing? We wish her a swift recovery. Ernest Wesley Hines appeared in The Soprano, and J. Edgar worked as a professional actor. Let's get his picture. So let's say images. Okay. So that's him there. Sopranos actor. So this is him. I don't remember him in The Sopranos. That's her. Shot her in the face. Shame, pretty girl. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember him in any episodes of The Sopranos. To those that watching me on Rumble, thank you this morning. I appreciate you. See, we got people on Rumble. We have people on Facebook watching. Always good. Always good. Shoot that bitch in the face. She cut me off. Yeah, Trump is in the UK right now. I did see that. Why would you care about fashion quizzes of Lauren Boebert? Like, this is the ridiculousness of the media. Like, why would anyone care about this? It would be less of a shame if she were ugly. Well, then she could get some, get some plastic surgery, fix that shit up. New Mexico to offer free universal child care. Who's paying for it? You. That's who's paying for it. You are paying for it. Nothing is free. Nothing is ever free. U.S. Army updates its policy on grooming and appearance. Yeah, this is they're allowing more tattoos. Soldiers in the U.S. Army would have to adhere to an updated policy on appearance and grooming. Intent of this directive is to reinforce uniformity. Some changes include precise definition for how to style hair for male and female soldiers. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. So it's according to new policy, women are not allowed to wear the following: eyelash extensions. Oh, good luck with that one. Unless or wear false eyelashes unless they have a medical exemption, which no one's ever going to give. Tattooed makeup. That one I totally agree with. Lipstick. Okay. You can't wear lipstick. Like I could understand allowing like natural looking lipstick. That I've got no problem with. Men are not allowed to wear the following: braids, twists, locks, or cornrows, shaping or cutting hair, designs in hair, no nail polish at all, no cosmetics at all, no earrings at all. I did see Not in Regs had a Marine who got a tattoo right back here on his neck. It's like, oh, yeah, yeah, dude, that's against the policy. You are getting NJP'd and kicked out. Hey, Mr. Coop, good to see you. Good to see you. Y'all better smash that like button. Florida sues Pornhub operator, other adult sites over age verification. Um, I don't know where that lawsuit's going to go. Let's look at it. Did you ever notice a lot of these people against Pornhub putting age verification on are the same people, and they'll claim free speech, are the same people who are all about restrictions on gun rights. Me, I really don't want restrictions on either. There we go. Uh, Florida Attorney James Althmeyer, his office will be filing complaints against parent companies of a variety of porn sites, alleging that sites do not comply with the law by failing to verify their users are at least 18. I'm okay with some verification. Like, there are websites now that I go on that they're not porn sites, but you do have to be 18. But they actually now have you put your face, and they do face verification. And yeah, they'll take a picture of your face and determine if you are over the age. How are they going to verify who loads up their video? Well, they have these sites, yeah, Nutkatu and SpiceVids.com. Uh, ba, 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 ba. In 2023, Pornhub blocked Utah residents from accessing its site over concerns of an age verification law. All these states have age restrictions. I do know some of these sites, if you have a Google account, you can log in that way. My grandson leaves for basic training in October. Can they pass new recruits? Can they pass new recruits can never get a tattoo? So you can get a tattoo. However, it has to be professional. So if it's, on the chest, on the back, anywhere that would be covered by PT gear. So uh, shorts and a t-shirt, that is 100% allowed as long as it's nothing like gang related, um, racist, any thing against the U.S. Government or military. Then you're completely fine. It's when you start getting out of that, outside of PT gear, that they start more regulations. Like, uh, for me as an officer, they had to look at my tattoo. I've got one tattoo right here. They had to look at that and make sure it was within standards. And I could not have any tattoos outside of PT gear. And they did take pictures, and that was part of my commissioning package. Uh, but each service has its own restrictions, but actually, I think all of them. No face or neck or head tattoos, like none whatsoever. People were questioning whether, tattooing the eyebrows on is allowed. Um, I don't think it should be allowed. There's no reason for a head or neck tattoo. Uh, like if you want thick eyebrows, just use makeup. Um, don't criminalize free speech, Justice Sotomayor says after Bondi hate speech vow. I have to agree with Sotomayor. Bondi, I don't know what the hell Pam Bondi is doing. Like, she has been consistently putting her foot in her mouth. And, like, this is what we've been fighting the left for a while, is all this stuff on hate speech. Like, no, you can't criminalize speech. Speech that is offensive is absolutely protected. The man who doesn't find tattoos attractive has a tattoo. I have one tattoo and it means something to me. I, Here's again, I don't like most tattoos. And most women get the most retarded tattoos. Like, you I've seen a lot of guys' tattoos, and I'm like, okay, like, how many guys do you see getting women's names tattooed on their face? Not many. How many women do you see with guys' tattoos on their face? A lot. Women women make a lot of stupid choices when it comes to tattoos. Like, if you have a butterfly on your foot, okay, it's not really my thing, but I'm okay with that. Um, but you get a lot of these women who they say tattoos are my therapy. No, 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 bitch, you need therapy. You need therapy. You don't need tattoos. You need actual fucking therapy. And yeah, that's what you see. So here you guys go. I agree with Justice Sotomayor. Uh, a lot of this, oh, we're going after hate speech. No, you go after threats and actionable. If someone is cheering on terrorism, yeah, you can investigate someone for that uh, because they're encouraging uh, actual death and actual terrorist uh, stuff. Face tattoos are dumb as fuck. So are neck tattoos. Well, yeah, but you're seeing them more and more. I, for women, most sleeve tattoos suck too. I'll say that too. For guys, like I don't like most guys sleeve tattoos, but like at least when guys get a sleeve tattoo, it tends to it tends to mean more. Like if you have a tattoo that means something, I'm normally okay with it. It's just, oh yeah, I wanted this. That's when you see the stupid stuff come in. But I mean, I'm just not attracted to guys. So, I wouldn't say I find tattoos on a guy attractive or not. I just think a lot of them, most people get stupid tattoos. Um, yeah, in fact, I'm starting back to the story. I'm starting to get very upset at Pam Bondi. I don't, I, I'll be honest, I don't think she's doing a good job. I think she's bumbled a lot of things. Um, Bondi tried to invoke Charlie Kirk to raise support for asinine comments. Yeah. And like we can, for people cheering on Charlie Kirk's death, we should absolutely highlight. And if someone is in a position where of like medical teaching, um, like in a field, like if I'm not really about going after package delivery drivers or, you know, like people, if you have a job that really doesn't affect anyone else, but especially if you're a teacher, if you're in the medical field, if you're a public servant, absolutely. If you cheered Charlie Kirk's death, I'm going to come after your job because you affect others. Like people rely on you. And if I can't trust you to take care of me because maybe I've got a Turning Point T-shirt on and I just came into your ER, or I've got a Charlie Kirk bumper sticker, or a Make America Great Again hat. Like we got a place right here, Joshua Tree Saloon. They harassed a Marine's father and kicked him out because he had a Make America Great Again hat on. Like, hey, you want to do that with your establishment? You have the right to kick people out, but I also have the right to go put Google reviews and say that you're a bunch of pieces of shit. I have that right to do that. I have the right to go in there with mine and see how you respond to me. Um, like there, we're having the debate. You can kick me out, but I can also leave you a bad review. But if you work as a nurse and you're saying Charlie Kirk deserved to die, well, does that mean I deserve to die? Now you are affecting my life. If you're a teacher, teachers should allow students rights. And if you are out there, saying celebrating Charlie Kirk's death as a teacher, you should not be a teacher. You should not be teaching anyone in that case. uh, but yeah, so Bondi is making stupid stuff. There's free speech and then there's hate speech. Define fucking hate speech, then Pam Bondi. Define it. Define it for me. If this is the problem I've had with the left, define it for me so I can know what hate speech is. But these people who claim hate speech generally don't want to define it because any definition then would go against free speech. It would. Um, And it would be, you talk about the slippery slope, that would 100% be the slippery slope. Um, but yeah, so Sotomayor spoke at the New York Law School. She called social media one of the largest causes of misinformation on the internet and said Americans need to know the difference between president and a king. I don't necessarily agree with that. Misinformation is actually protected. Uh, because here's the thing, people have gone after the Babylon Bee and the Onion as misinformation. They're clearly satire. Satire is misinformation, and rightfully so. But there's a lot of truth in that misinformation. If you're a teacher enforcing your political beliefs on children, F you, bro. Yeah, I think if any teacher that has a pride flag, you should not be teaching. You should be removed from teaching. I think if people understood these things from the beginning, they would be more informed as what would be important in a democracy in terms of people can and should not do. Um, hmm, because it is for that system that you're working as a lawyer, she said. If you don't understand how the system affects you and your clients, then you will never be in a position either to advocate for change or even to represent in a fulsome way. Um, I actually don't hate Sotomayor. Like, as a justice, there have been times where she's written some pretty good opinions. Um, Katanji um, Jackson, yeah, she's an idiot. Bondi was undeterred. Hate speech that crosses the line into threats of violence is not protected by the First Amendment. It is a crime. 100% correct. For far too long, we've watched radical left normalize threats, call for assassinations, and cheer on political violence. That era is over. Totally agree with that. But that's what you should have said. Threats. Threats of violence, celebrating violence. Like, not protected. Not protected. And I'll tell you, the big one that's going around is Destiny. He's getting called out. Destiny has been people. I don't think a lot of people understand. Go on to Reddit. Go on to Reddit and just go into a subreddit like cooking, okay? And put, I think Charlie Kirk was a good person and I'm sorry that he died. And watch the hate that will come at you. I left Reddit 10 years ago. Reddit, and it's a shame because Reddit was a fun place. Um, and a lot of I had met some great people off of Reddit, but I left it. And that was a part where um I on Reddit there was stuff there that I thought was uh like really wholesome and good. But I don't think people, like, I hear people say to others on the left, you need to stop watching MSNBC and CNN. The people like this trans shooter, this Tyler Robinson, the trans lover, he was not watching MSNBC and CNN. He was not. He was radicalized on Reddit and Discord, 100%, because those places allow for people to make attacks. Yeah, here's one. Thank you, Bestie. Thank you for sending me this. Teacher allegedly showed Charlie Kirk assassination video to 10 and 11-year-olds, told students he deserved to be killed. A public school teacher has been suspended after allegedly showing a video of Charlie Kirk's assassination to students as young as 10 in his class, authorities in Canada said. The teacher suggested Kirk deserved to be killed and gave the young students a speech about anti fascism and transgender issues, according to a report. Okay, this is in Canada. If this were in America, I would be saying this teacher 100% needs to be fired. 100%. I'm sorry. I, I'm not seeing you, TC. Come on in. TC, you got the admin thing. Come on in. Do you need the link? But yeah, any teacher doing this, like you should not be a teacher if this is what you're saying to your class. Teachers should not be advocating death. I don't care what your opinion is. Like, that's disgusting. I'm gonna have to start wrapping up the show. Unless if TC wants to come in here with the admin account and take over. That TC, you could do that any day. But yeah, that is several teachers were fired in my country. Yep. As it should be. If you're a teacher, you should not be talking your politics in front of students. Like, that's ridiculous. 100% ridiculous. This is funny. Hold on, let me blow it up. And that's how it's been. That's how it's been. That's been the people who got fired. I gotta send this one. Let you in for a second. You're not here. You gotta come in, dude. You got the link? You can come in. Dude, you've got the admin thing. You can come right in whenever you want. Sorry, I don't mean to eat in the microphone. Stuff people send me. It's funny. TC, better hurry. I'm gonna be ending the show in a little bit. Okay, come here. Conspiracy Kitty takeover. Big Feats is keeping TC at bay. No, she's not. She's not even in here. I give you guys the admin account, and then you're like, let me in. I don't have to let you in. You have the admin account. Log in. You just use that and log in. They all want to give Skipper things to do while I'm on air. Literally in the waiting room. No, you're not. I'm looking at the waiting room. You're using the link to Veteran Nation Live. Here. I guarantee you that's what it is. Hold on. Check your YouTube. Or not YouTube, Facebook. There you go, TC. Hey, Trin. Good morning. Yep. Conspiracy Kitty. Conspiracy Kitty is here. She is live. It's going to rain in San Diego County. I'm just looking through other news here. Yes, it does. Hold on. I just emailed it to you, Georgie. No, not that one. Hold on. Okay, here is Georgie sending it to you on Facebook, and here is, here, I'll give it to Coop too, so even Coop can do it. And there's, because the studio you have to come in is Coffee with the Skipper, 17 September. You can't come into Veteran Nation Live. That one is set up differently. Coopy, you said big feats, and he thought of me. Yeah, because you're the Hobbit. Got those big old Hobbit feet. I need some Hobbit noises. See, now I'm looking at the time, and I have to get going. Y'all. Okay, here's TC. There he is.
Yeah, I'll make this quick because I know you're trying to get done for the day. So here's where one, good job supporting Sotomayor. She's right on this.
I agree.
Two, I disagree with the premise that it's okay to go after people in their calling their employers. I don't care what their position is. If they keep their social media content separate from their work, in other words, they're not speaking as a representative of their employer, we have no business digging into their life, finding out where they work, so we can get them in trouble. I don't care what their role is, because that's exactly what was fucking done to me when I did what I did in 2020 and 2021, is that I never mentioned my work, but I held unpopular opinions about COVID, and people use their power and their authority and their Karen type natures to figure out where I work and file complaints to get me canceled.
Mhm.
Cancel culture is fucking wrong, no matter who's the victim of it. Just because you don't like that somebody celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk doesn't give you a right to destroy their life. Period. It's ugly. And if their employer personally has an issue with it, then let their employer address it. But don't be the fucking snowflake Karen on the right that goes out and treats the left the way the left treated you in 2020 and 2021 during COVID, when you were protesting everything from COVID to George Floyd riots and the hypocrisy of the government. Then that's not the answer. That's not the answer at all. And I'll defend the right of people to be ugly and say ugly things, even about the death of Charlie Kirk. Doesn't mean I like it, but I will stand up and defend them in the sense of no one has a right to ruin their lives because they don't like what they're saying.
Mhm. That's one thing I like about you and me. I think we both call balls and strikes as we see it. Even when we disagree.
Well, it wasn't. It's just since last week, the one thing that has been irritating the piss out of me is the hypocrisy of the normie con right that lost their minds during cancel culture time, especially over wokeism and COVID stuff. I mean, they did. They lost their minds. You have no right going after a person in their private capacity. no matter where they work. You just can't do that. That's not right. You can't cancel somebody from their job and whatnot. But boy, now that their guys in power and they seem to be on the winning side, it's a different story. And then their argument is they did it to us, so now it's only fair that we do it to them. That's how we ended up with political violence, folks. This is just one step away from political violence.
See, I think cheering on death is more of a step towards political violence. But we can disagree on that.
I'm not disagreeing that it's cheering on political violence. I'm not disagreeing with that. But just because someone says Charlie Kirk got what he deserved, ugly comment, I disagree with that. No one deserves that. But just because someone said he got what he deserved doesn't mean they're trying to advocate that it happened to everyone. People have gut reactions to things, and sometimes those gut reactions are ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And going after people, especially people who are in the public eye, and when I mean public eye, just because they have a job where they might work for government or in some capacity, or be the head of a private corporation or a manager of a private business, doesn't make it okay to go after them for that. Let the marketplace of ideas deal with them. And if somebody doesn't want to do business, go ahead.
I have strong opinions about this because I never talked about my day-to-day job, never really identified what it was. And I have been retaliated against where I was just talking about me being attacked, like an attack on me, physically attacked.
Right.
And I have been retaliated against for talking about it. Nothing about the attack. And they say, oh, we can't do anything about that. But your comments they were like the attack was off duty and not at the place of business. My comments were off duty and not the place of business. But that's the thing. I think we have to highlight these things because then, if not, then we're leaving it solely up to the employers who will absolutely handle it with bias.
Well, you're not going to find an employer that won't, to some degree or another, handle something like this with bias. I mean, companies all have bias, right? There's no such thing as a politically neutral, morally neutral company, just because they're run by people.
I agree. But there should be HR policies that are written.
HR policy should apply to your conduct while you're on work. Period. Or obviously you're out, essaying children. But that's not a speech issue. That's actual victims, and that's there again. The First Amendment doesn't apply to a private corporation.
We're gonna have to put a pin in this because I have to get going. But I think we should discuss this more.
Yeah, I've just seen it a lot over the last week now, and it's been a week, and it drives me bonkers to hear it from people who just a few years ago were decrying that same behavior. Mm-hmm. And I warned them, like, that which is used against you, that which you use against someone else now will be used against you in the future. So, everybody, since we're leaving and you're cutting out, everybody pay attention tonight. I'm going to do a walk and talk in Spring Valley to talk to people about political violence and what the solution is. And then tomorrow, and that'll be at 6 p.m. Central, 6 p.m.-ish Central. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, I'm going to a Charlie Kirk vigil to talk to both sides of the spectrum at that vigil tomorrow. So if you guys are interested, you can tune in.
All right. I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate the comments. As I dropped my phone. And everyone, please subscribe to MBRR Podcasts on YouTube. Make sure you give this video a like. Also share it out. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. And birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. The front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. Ooh, America's awakened to lighten her load.